In my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Man, I'm so grateful and thankful. Beyond grateful and thankful.
Attitude of gratitude.
An attitude of gratitude. Positive mental attitude, but also, I'm going to tell you one thing. In this episode 11, it's not how we start, it's how we finish. Because winners never quit. Losers quit, right? And most people are losers. 97% of the population, especially in poor areas. You get me? People that are literally making pennies are because they're quitters. When they're almost there, that's when they quit. You get me? It's not how we start, it's how we finish. That's what's been in my mind today. You get me? Even from early in the morning, you saw we were playing basketball. Can you tell the story?
Well, from my perspective, what happened?
Yeah, from your perspective.
We were just balling. Some people, like, and especially LA Fitness, or people lack integrity, I feel like, but they don't lack it with me. It's just they're doing it to themselves. When people do something to me, I feel like they're doing it to themselves. Porque ellos no me están haciendo daño a mí. They're doing it to themselves, if that makes sense. But like I always said, life is a marathon, it's not a sprint.
It doesn't make sense to me. I asked you the story.
Yeah.
Right? Have you noticed how I stay competent even when I'm losing in sports? And I always say, it's not over till we win. Mm-hmm. If I'm playing individual, I say that to myself. Why would I say it out loud? We were playing 21. Everybody was doing their thing.
Okay, 21.
I was playing, no excuses, right? Because it's nobody's business that I'm hurt from this finger, right? Because I've learned something in business. In sports. At the end of the day, most people, they want to see you do good, but not better than them. And nobody's going to care when you get hurt. That's why when I play for fun. And that's why I approach the game totally different from 99.9% of the people that play the game of basketball. You get me? Because at the end of the day, I play basketball to network, to connect to, regular people. I'm not better than them, but they're not better than me. Overall, I'm talking about not just in the game.
Life.
And also, because basketball is a sport, a part that, you're working your physical. To me, it's a sport that reveals people's character and builds people's character, right? It shows who has integrity, who's basically a winner, who's a loser. Basketball just simply speaks without saying a word. It's just a sport that you could tell a lot. You get me? By the way people, approach the game. To me, the sport, you get me? I feel like any game, you got to mark your respect. But it's not by what you say, it's by what you do. Man lie, woman lie, numbers don't lie. Results driven. Because even my own efforts don't count. So when I play the sport of basketball, I'm only 5'8". To me, height don't matter. A lot of people think height matters. You got me? To me, it's heart set. Respect all, fear none. And it's not how we start, it's how we finish. So that mentality, I apply it also in business. A person could be losing today, but that doesn't mean you could be losing tomorrow or the next day. Mm-hmm. Or you could literally lose, if a month has 30 days, for example, you could lose 27 days, and then you could have 3 days, or just simply 1 day out of those 30 days could bring you more profits than the other 29 days. And that's what business is about. Business, when you start, you probably don't make anything. And as long as you don't lose faith, you got me? And you believe in yourself, you believe in your vision, you believe that, God has your back, you have your back, you got me? And as long as you keep showing up, you got me? And give it your all. You give it your all, you be all in. Because everybody want to be a baller. But in order to be a baller, you got to be all in. Balling. Mm-hmm. Make sense?
And there's a saying in business that you're going to lose. Losing is a part of the game. But those wins that you do win, it surpasses all those losses.
Yes, and good thing you brought that up. I want to play a video, but before I play that video, I want you to say what happened today when we were playing 21.
21?
You got me?
Okay.
Go.
The 21, you was just chilling there. You had the lowest points. I had 21. I reached 21 like 3 times. I went back. And then you was like, y'all don't want me to win. Y'all don't want me to win. Or don't let me. You were just saying something along those lines.
I was actually encouraging you guys to win the game. I was like, wrap up the game so we could basically play another game.
Right.
You got me? Because my mind was in something else. even though I stay present, even in basketball. But low key, I have my mind low key. One thing about Carlos, I don't like being injured, bro. when something's bothering me, that's why I value health so much. Because the thing is, like the saying I always bring up to the table, when you lose your health, the only thing you have in your mind is your what?
Your health.
Your health. But when you lose something else, white people are worrying. You know, most people have so many worries. They worry about bills, worry about this, worry about that. They're worried about everything, bro. When in reality, the only thing you're supposed to be is just having an attitude of gratitude. Just being thankful and grateful that you're alive. You got another opportunity, you know, to breathe.
Count the
you
blessings.
get me? Count your blessings instead of counting your problems, right? But one thing about me, secretly, that I say it to in front of the world, I don't like having pain. When I say pain, like physical pain.
Yeah.
You got me? Mental pain, man, I'm the fucking pressure. Man, I'm the pressure. I was born to be the pressure. I perform better under pressure. You notice that even in basketball, I play better under pressure. Like to me, that's pressure to you guys. It's not pressure to me.
You got to endure
You got me? But to make a long story short, we were playing the 21, right? Everybody obviously wants to win the game. But I don't approach games with the mentality that I want to win. Because I know I'm not just a winner. I'm a dominator. I could literally press a button on anything I do and just light that shit up. Because where there's darkness, I know God brought me to the world to be a light. You got me? Winning doesn't fulfill me. Seeing other people win fulfills me. Because I know, low-key, humbly speaking, I know the work I put in all the games I play. I know my type of mentality, and what separates the best from the rest is mindset. You got me? I'm not worried about, let me beat everybody, you got me? Because I want to win as bad as I want to breathe. Nah, I want them to win too. Because I look at you guys as my brothers, and even people in general, at the end of the day, I understand that the enemies ourselves. When you start working on your mindset, you're not going to try to compete with me or compete with other people. You got me? You're gonna be like, yo, I get happy. I genuinely feel happy when Carlos makes a shot or he wins a game. Or when we play together, that I feed him the ball, he makes the shot. Like when you get to that level of being calm and joyful when you see other people win, that's when you're gonna start winning in life. Low key, seriously.
The little moments, when you appreciate the little moments.
Yeah, when you appreciate other people winning. But most people, that's why they're sore losers. Because they don't understand you would never become a winner unless you value losing. Low key, you gotta embrace a loss. Because what is the lesson that you're learning from that? Right?
Correct.
And I'm gonna play a video of Grant Cardone, and it's crazy how Miami's #1 developer, real estate developer, he took his life away today. And we're gonna dive into this thing, his story, which I saw like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm gonna put this video of Grant Cardone where he said, hear this out.
200 million. You don't say much, do you? I watched him lose $200 million. I was like, when a guy's losing $200 million one day, you don't say much to him. I'm watching the guy, not even bothered by it. Or he doesn't appear to be bothered. Maybe he is on the inside, I don't know. That same night, the guy gave $10 million to the church, a philanthropic project. So he lost $200 million and still gave 10 away. That was the big piece for me. Like, okay, he's got enough. He's created enough. Drop out of college. He thought big enough to pay the taxes, to lose money, and still give money away. I said, that's the position I want to be. A lot of money away. Yeah, a lot of.
Once again,
I watched him lose $200 million. I was like, when a guy's losing $200 million one day, you don't say much to him. I'm watching the guy, not even bothered by it. Or he doesn't appear to be bothered. Maybe he is on the inside, I don't know. That same night, the guy gave $10 million to the church, a philanthropic project. So he lost $200 million and still gave 10 away. That was the big piece for me. Like, okay, he's got enough. He's created enough. Drop out of college. He thought big enough to pay the taxes, to lose money, and still give money away. I said, that's the position I want to be. A lot of money away. Yeah, a lot of.
In another word, it's not how we start, it's how we finish. It could be basketball, it could be business. You get me? There's people losing millions of dollars a day. That's Grant Cardone saying that he met a guy, he saw a guy lose $200 million in one day. And that same day, he still gave out $10 million. And he was not bothered at all. Because when you know how to make it, why will you have any worry? When you know you have God, why will you have any worry? When you already know, that you have the skill set, the mindset, the habits, the connections, you get me, the resources to get it all back, why will you be stressed out? That's why I could be losing a basketball game, the other team could have 15. We could have 0. It's not over till well.
Till we win.
And I genuinely believe that we could win. Like, my faith is that strong. I genuinely believe that we could win. And you know how you could test my faith, let's say, using sports? I'll play anybody. 8 points, including you. Game 16. Because this is my thing. I want you to beat me. I want everybody to beat me. You know why? Because if I give 8 points to the person and the game is 16, I got to go harder. And I perform better under pressure. You get me? Because I know that's not going to pressure me. The other person is going to be on comfort zone. They're going to be like, are you sure, Carlos? You're giving me 8 points. Carlos, but I'm better than you. See, right there, just them saying that they're better than me, God is going to basically what?
Humble them.
Humble them. You see? So everything, I use psychology overall on everything I do. You get me? I genuinely do want people to be like, yo, Carlos, give me 8 points. You have 0, game 16. And you're going to notice that as a cheetah playing against elephants, they're going to be more nervous and they're going to be more worried about me than what I'm worried about them. Like, yo, bro, you got 8 points. You're ahead of the game. You're halfway. You're like literally halfway from the race.
Finish line.
From the finish line. Why are you worried? They're going to be putting defense on me like crazy. I've done it a billion times.
I would never accept that from nobody, but it's about also just focusing on yourself. Because when you focus on yourself and you believe in yourself, that marathon, you're going to fall in love with the process. And when you fall in love with the process, that finish line is like...
Even if I lose the game and I give 8 points to a person, game 16, let's do it again. Let's do it again. I'll bet you anything. One of the games is going to fulfill my inner self. Okay, you beat me 9 times. But it took me 10 tries to beat you once.
You still got.
Let's keep doing it. Well, because what I like in skills, I'm going to make it up in numbers. And if we keep doing it, I'll promise you that I'll be dusting 99.9999% of people in the court. Because I'm going to play them the opposite of how they're going to play me. They're going to, for sure, play defense on me. I'm not going to play defense. You best believe you got to make your shots. Because I'm not going to play defense. But I bet you anything, people will play defense on me. We different. Okay, don't play defense. I'm going to shoot straight from half court, and I'm going to come through. I've done it a billion times. You know why? Because the same thing, I apply the same thing in business. The unknown is my comfort zone. Risking is where I perform better. You got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. When you make your comfort zone outside the box, that's when you perform the best. You grow outside the box.
When you can handle the pressure and take it in.
You become the pressure. Why would I label anything pressure when I know I'm the fucking pressure? I'm going to stay competent, relax, chill. Even in business, I could lose millions of dollars. And I'm going to still be like this. At least I'm in a position to lose millions.
Since I got a question for you. Now, since you're 34 years old and your journey in life, has there ever been a time that you have close ones or people that are in your inner circle or somebody doing business with you that they nervous and you just there like chilling, or you just
99.9% of the time.
A situation.
99% of the time.
You have a story in particular, or no,
I have
you like to share?
a trillion stories.
If you have one that you could share, which one?
Simple. Everybody I do business with, at the end of the day, they're gonna feel some, because at the end of the day, understand, what's risk for me might not be risk for you. You get me? Which I also don't blame people, because my risk tolerance is different. You got me? Look at it like pre-workout. A person that never tried pre-workout, they're gonna go crazy when the first time they try it. But a person that is already used to the pre-workout, when they drink it, it doesn't even touch them. It's the same thing when it comes to your risk level. You get me? In business, you get me? For me to lose $1 million, it's like for another person to lose $1,000. You got me? Because I could perform good even with no money. Because at the end of the day, look at it like this. Success to me, the rent is due every day. Even if you have $10 million, $20 million, you still cannot rely on that money. You got to act like you don't have it. I'm serious. That's the only way you could keep growing and literally still bring that hunger every day.
Never put your feet up.
You get me? Most people, once they get to a certain level, they get comfortable. They settle. You get me? Not me. You get me? It's not that I'm greedy, but people want to call me greedy. Ambition. They can label me whatever they want to label me.
Ambition.
You get me? But at the end of the day, I don't do it for the money. I do it for the impact. You get me? Like, I impact one person, I'm like, yo, this shit works. How can we basically now impact 10? Once I impact 1, now I want to move to 10. That's how my mindset works. I don't want to impact 2. Because I want to basically go from 1 to 10. Once I impact 10 people, I'm like, yo, hold up. I've been able to impact 10 people. How can we go from 10 to 100? Hold up, I've been able to impact 100 people. How can we go from 100 to 1,000? Hold up, we've been able to impact 1,000. How can we now go from 1,000 to 10,000? Now from 10,000 to 100,000, 100,000 to a mil to 10 mil, 10 mil to 100 mil, 100 mil to $1 billion.
So steady increasing the numbers.
$1 billion to 10 billion. 10 billion to what? $100 billion. You get me? That's the way I think. From $100 billion to 1 trillion. See, my mindset is different. You get me? I look at it like if I'm able to lose millions, that means I'm in a position to make millions. And if you lose that type of dollar amount, what does that say about you? You're in a different bracket. Millionaires lose millions to become millionaires.
So it's not how you start, it's how you finish, but always maintain that positive aspect of the situation.
Yes. Why you think the number 1 steps to riches is positive mental attitude? Why do you think?
First of all, attitude equals 100.
The what?
The word attitude is the only word that adds up to 100, you told me, I believe, which is correct.
The word attitude is what?
Adds up to 100, all the letters, like A, 1, T, 20, whatever. It adds up to 100, and then you got to stay positive because there's a saying, slow and steady wins the race, but also one negative emotion or aspect could set you back a ton. But you stay positive and competent. I got this, no worries.
Look, the Florida developer, I'm trying to find the news.
Okay.
Top real estate developer in Florida who killed himself. He lost everything.
He lost his life. Forget everything. He lost his life.
Nah, but the thing is, it's crazy. Body found in Corey guy with FBI rape property. Keep talking while I find this thing. And 9 minutes ago.
I believe you told me it was based off emotion.
Nah, but it said that it was based because I did a screenshot. Right? It said, breaking, Miami developer Sergio Pino has been found dead at his home. Authorities said it was an apparent suicide. Last month, FBI raided his home as part of an investigation into allegations that he tried to poison and harm his wife because he wanted to divorce him. For example, that guy, Sergio Pino, let me find a few. I know I read something about him. A few months ago, like 2-3 months ago, apart from this new, Sergio Pino net worth, which supposedly he had lost everything. Okay, one financial statement cited during his November 2023 deposition in divorce case puts his and Tatiana's combined net worth in 2021 at $359 million. Another produced in that same disposition, 143. But to make a long story short, when I first heard about that guy, it's because he lost his wealth, bro. You get me? But he was depressed because he thought he couldn't get it back. You get me? Sergio Pino's lost his money. I just want to read that because the thing is, there's people that you could lose money. But now he killed himself today.
Lost time.
Look, he lost
never
his
did.
money. Then his wife wanted to divorce him. That means that women's normally, not all, but they date you or they're with you when everything is all lovey-dovey. But not just women, that's everybody. You know, I did a screenshot also of a thing, basically, la frase de hoy. Hay personas que no son leales a ti, son leales a lo que tú tienes o representas. Y cuando sus necesidades cambian, así de fácil cambian sus lealtades. Sus lealtad. What does that mean to you?
That when the offer isn't there anymore, people will switch up. Or once they reach another level in life and they're focused on another thing, the loyalty won't be there. But I feel as if love from a distance.
Well, you know, that's people's number one problem.
What?
Loyalty. But for people to be loyal to another person, they got to be loyal to themselves. When you're in business or any game you're playing in life, you got to be willing to risk it all. If you're not willing to risk it all, don't even get in business. Rule number 1, Warren Buffett says never lose money. Rule number 2, rule number 1, I don't agree with him. Because if we go and check Warren Buffett's, how much money he has lost, why are you telling the world? Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, rule number 1. So going back, I'm going to translate the quote of the day. There are people who are not loyal to you. They're loyal to what you have or represent. And when their needs change, just as easily, their loyalty changes. Warren Buffett and every billionaire, every multimillionaire, every person in this world has to understand something. They understand that anything you do in life is a risk.
1000%.
Right?
Everything is a
You
risk.
know, entrepreneurship, business, investor, is all about risk. If we right now define the word entrepreneur, if I go and define that word, keep saying something.
So also it's like, I remember one time we was in the car ride, also it's on TikTok. It said that you don't care about losing money. You just don't want to lose your time. Because we could get more money, but we cannot get more time. And once you see that, like...
Most people value money. I value relationship. I value my time. Don't waste my time. You got me? But understand, master your time, master your life. Most people, you want to know what's one of the number one things out of order in people's life? Their time management. Most people, when it comes to time management, they're out of place. So, entrepreneur, a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses, taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so.
The word that stood out to me was risk.
Risk.
Why
You'll
take-
never know until you try. Why take risk? Risk-free life is tough, no rewards. Big risk, big rewards. Without risk, there's no chance of winning. Risking, you may end up better than you expect. Risk can be calculated. Risky territory is never crowded. Anything creative is risky. Anything true is risky. Anything new is risky. If you take the risk, people will follow you. Taking the risk is proof that you're all in. Taking the risk, even without winning, is already a victory. See, my goal is to help people transition from employee mindset to business investor mindset. Time is not money. For you, time is money when you're an employee.
Time is priceless.
Time is priceless. That's why I've never understand people. You get me? When you're here helping them and you are basically helping them, coaching them, right? As a coach, I inspire people, dreams, right? And I motivate them to achieve them. I'm a person who builds their character and potential through belief and encouragement. And I'm a person who touches their life forever. I've never understood, si estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento,
Yeah.
why most people, they just doing things for the money. They're not doing it for the impact. And they don't see the impact that we do on their life. You got me? You do one thing to them, and they only see that one thing that you did to them. But they didn't see that you're reacting. Every action has a reaction. I'm proactive, not reactive. But if you're around me and you want me to coach you, mentor you, if you want me to be your teacher, you got me? your trainer, whatever you want to label me, I'm going to tell you the truth. Because the truth is going to make you free, set you free. But it's going to get you miserable. It's going to make you miserable in the process.
But that's what's going to help me grow, and I'm just here for growth. So whatever comes with it, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, what I'm going to become, that product is priceless. Not like me just giving back to others of my experience, that's where the impact comes in.
But you see, an entrepreneur is an individual who starts their own business based on an idea they have or a product they have created or a service, while assuming most of the risk and reaping most of the rewards of the business. See, the minute you decide to become a business owner, a business person, a businessman, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. It comes with higher risk. Because the thing is, you're operating through the unknown. You're not operating through security, through the safety. You got me? Do I gotta pay people's fucking gasoline?
You don't have to do anything.
Do I gotta pay people's Uber?
You don't even have to be here.
Fucking,
you don't even have to be here talking to me, bro.
So, there's people with so much entitlement, bro. There's people that they think that I have to pay their fucking gas, that I have to pay for this, pay for that. Do I say, yo, you gotta pay the fucking light here? Do you gotta pay the mortgage? Do you gotta pay me for my fucking time? Do you gotta do this? Do you gotta do that? So many people are fucking entitled, bro. That's why when you're thinking big and dreaming bigger, now that the magic of thinking big, I recommend you guys to read that book. Yeah. And you're thinking bigger, now you're becoming a thinker. You're becoming a dreamer.
We gotta be a doer.
Right? Because everybody wants to be, do, have. Nah, everybody wants to have, but they don't want to become, and they don't want to do. Be, do, have, that's the formula. Be is necessary. Do is possible. It's up to you to put in the work. Faith without works doesn't work. Dreams don't work unless you work.
An
right?
idea is just a dream.
Everybody wants to have the dream car, the dream home, but they're not willing to put in the work. They're not willing to dedicate, sacrifice. They're not willing to risk. You got me? That's why I'm going to make an announcement in today's episode for the people who watch this episode. My coaching services, I'm going to say it out loud. The people that are not here, anybody who wants to be in our circle, they got to pay. It's minimum per business opportunity, 50 grand to get into our circle. $50,000 per business opportunity. I don't guarantee your success. Your success is guaranteed by yourself, by the work you put in. But one thing I guarantee myself is basically it's not over till we win.
And you said that earlier, like at first, when I first came in, you was talking about patience.
Most people are not patient, bro. Money comes last in the list. Everybody wants the money. Everybody wants that instant gratification. It's all about delayed gratification. So it's good that you're bringing the patient. You've noticed that even in basketball sports, you see me with patient. You got me? Somebody told it today we were playing, that guy was like 6'8".
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You didn't see me killing myself for the rebound. Right? Simple. It's not over till we win. Simple. Patience is literally what most people don't have.
Patience wins the battle, but if you lose patience, you lose the battle.
Facebook, they were not making $1 to almost a decade, if I'm not mistaken. It's a lot of companies that start that they don't make $1, to the end.
But they kept working on it.
But they still have the faith. If Mark Zuckerberg would have quit, you think he would have been owning Instagram right now?
What's that saying you told me in the gym today? When we was playing the 3v3, you came up, you had the Apple Watch, and it popped up a saying.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It was something about dreams. It was about dreams, but let me see if I can find that on the phone.
If you could, that's a message that the world needs to hear.
Yeah.
When I said that, I was just repeating it to myself, bro.
I forgot, but it's crazy how that popped up in the Apple Watch. Act as if you're the best, Jim Run. But moving forward.
¿Cuánto van, Vanessa?
And I want to bring this up too. I'll send you guys a video about something that Patrick Bet-Davis said. You get me?
Generational wealth.
Wealth goes away after a few generations, and how you actually had a team that was studying Vanderbilt and a bunch of other generationally wealthy people to make sure that this doesn't happen with your family. What did you find out from these studies?
I interviewed this guy. His job is to deal with families that are worth $100 million and higher to make sure their kids turn out well. That's his job. And he's in Seattle. Why is that important? Amazon, Microsoft, a lot of billionaires, a lot of hectomillionaires. And I said, what was the common theme you realized when you got there to help the families? What was it, Patrick? 99% of the time it's too late. They call me once their kid is already a drug addict. They call me once their kid is already an alcoholic. They call me after they already got their kids 3 Lamborghinis. They're already flying all over the place on a private jet. It's done. There's nothing you can do about it at that time.
You were talking about
You see, when you give your kids everything, your kids turn out to be what? Nothing. Wait, understand, guys, something. Earn, not giving. If you carry a drop, every drop of this bottle,
Important.
you're going to value it because you bought it. You carried it. You put it on the fridge. See, people that don't understand everything is a process. From the water, literally, from us ordering the water, it takes money. But it takes time to order it. It took time to generate that money. Or however we make our money. Even if it was passive income. It took time to, to prepare to become that man or that woman to be able to, buy these things.
That's why I always said the saying, you know my name, but not my story. Most people know your glory, but they don't know your story.
I have a video talking about that in my IG. Everybody knows my story when they think, my glory, but they don't know my story. They don't understand why I moved a certain way. They don't understand why I make sure it's not that I basically make things difficult for people. But as a coach, teacher, I cannot make it easy for people.
I feel like I'm still building my character.
But that's the thing. If I make it easy for people, look at it like this. Bronny's in the NBA. Right?
Yeah.
That's the best thing LeBron could have ever done. And the best decision. Because now, when he's around sharks, iron sharpens iron. Around college players, I'm not saying he was not going to keep improving.
Yeah.
But it's different when you're around now, the mega sharks.
What's the saying that you say before I get off here? You said, throw them in the ocean with the sharks.
And don't learn how to swim with the sharks. You got me? You're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. If you're around billionaires and they're talking about, I lost 10, 20, 30 millions, you're going to be looking at a million like it's like it's a joke. You get me? See, most people, they don't understand that it's possible. You know why? Because most people have a hard time understanding that there's people like really look at $1 million like literally. $1 million is only 4 people that give you 250 grand each is $1 million. $1 million, one person that gives you $1 million. What's easier, to work for $1 million or to borrow $1 million?
Borrow.
So why people are not doing it? Huh? Because they got penny mindset. You get me? That's why you see most people, they cry over pennies, bro. You get me? Tienen mentalidad de centavo.
But thank you for having me. Day One Podcast. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Life is a marathon.
It's not how we start, it's how we finish, baby. It's how we finish. Put my camera. Moving forward. That's been in my mind, today. It's not how we start, it's how we finish. You get me? Because at the end of the day, you could start where you see yourself that you're not winning in life or in sports or any game that you're playing. But as long as you don't quit, you will end up winning. You get me? I'm living proof. I do that every single day in sports. You get me? I do it in business. I do it in everything I do. You get me? Most people are quitters. Right, Vanessa?
Claro.
So, Vanessa, now you understand why it's not how you started also with your kids, with the, giving them everything. With that mindset, like, I'm going to give my kids everything that my parents didn't give me. Now your mindset is totally different. Now you're understanding the messages I'm trying to transmit to the world. Because everything affects everything.
No, it's
right?
okay.
As a mother, you don't want to be stressed out working on your dreams just because you're here worried what your kids are doing.
Claro. Tú sabes que hoy tuve yo, se puede decir, una reunión con mis 2 hijos más grandes. Y una de las preguntas que yo le estaba haciendo, que qué es lo que ellos en realidad quieren hacer. Porque el varón más grande me dice, él quiere trabajar, ¿verdad?
He wants to exchange his time for money,
Sí,
which I recommend you to, have him read Rich Dad Poor Dad and the cash flow quadrant. You got me? Employed, time is money. Self-employed, business owner, with money we can buy people's time. Investor, with money we can make more money. Right? Money works for you.
Claro. Y al mismo tiempo él me dijo, mami, en realidad yo entiendo, porque yo leí el libro El flujo cuadrante del dinero, y yo entiendo que es intercambiando mi tiempo, pero al mismo tiempo quiero como dinero instantáneo. Yo le dije, la persona tiene que tener perseverancia ante todo y el tiempo todo lo dice. Es decir, tú ahora mismo quieres dinero instantáneo, pero dale gracias a Dios que yo te estoy dando la oportunidad ni que sea de educarte, tú tienes un techo, tienes alimento, entonces, ¿qué te preocupa?
Your son will never be free unless he becomes a business owner, entrepreneur. We could help your son become a business owner, entrepreneur, investor. We could help him go straight to the top of the highest level of value creation, which is the imagination.
Claro.
People say they need money, but in reality, what your son needs is an idea.
Claro.
We could help your son turn that idea into reality. Turn it into money, if it makes sense. Entrepreneur, a person who starts a business and is willing to risk loss in order to make money. Money is a byproduct of value creation.
Claro.
Understand, unless you help your son become valuable to not just your household, but to the marketplace, he will not attract the money. Make sense?
Claro.
A business to me is like planting a seed, watering that seed so it could become a plant, so it could now grow, and obviously what you sow is what you reap. Lo que tú siembras, lo que tú cosechas. Right? So if your son starts basically operating through the highest level of value creation, which is the imagination, he could, with that idea, that passion, because now there's another book I recommend your son to read, the Ikigai. Your son, they're not teaching in school how to find your purpose, how to find, your life mission.
Claro.
Make sense? What you're passionate for. Because we could help your son turn his passions into what? Into a business.
Claro.
Right?
Convertirlo en realidad.
Yes.
Lo que él en realidad sueña hacer. Pues bien, entonces ahí mismo mi niña también me estaba hablando, sí, mami, lo que yo entiendo o lo que tú me estás explicando, yo entiendo un poco, porque si en realidad uno quiere tener algo en la vida, uno tiene que ir tras lo que uno quiere. Pero mira, para que tú veas, cuando los hijos ven a uno como padre intercambiar su tiempo y a un trabajo, ya están programados, ya sienten que uno tiene que de la forma de conseguir dinero es yendo para un trabajo.
100%. That's why I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep preaching it. You will never be free unless you become a business owner. We could help you on that. Me and my team, we could help you on that. We could help you become a business owner. We could help you become a business owner. Simple. Business owners share many of the same entrepreneurial characteristics, right? Leadership. We could help as a coach. I could help people become a leader that creates leaders. That creates leaders, right?
Claro.
People perish because of lack of vision, right? So some of the characteristics that business people have, entrepreneurs, leadership, vision, right? Discipline. That's why, because complete self-discipline was one of the steps to riches. Curiosity. Somebody that's curious,
Yeah.
creativity, right? Adaptability, and the ability to take measured risk. Because risk could be calculated.
Claro.
Becoming a business owner is a calculated risk. You got me? For me, it's not even a risk no more. You got me? It's not a risk because I've been a businessman all my life.
No, y que lo ha hecho tan constante que ya para ti no puede verlo como un riesgo. Riesgo más cuando una persona comienza algo y tiene como ese miedo, ay Dios mío, ¿lo hago o no lo hago? Pero ya cuando una persona está impuesta a hacer o arriesgarse, ya lo ve como normal, el riesgo.
If you do what's easy, your life is going to be hard. If you do what's hard, your life is going to be easy.
Es
You see,
cierto.
it is easy to basically settle for security, for a 9-to-5 job, a job, just over broke, that and at the end of the day, you're an employee, which the word employee is the modern word for slave. Empleado, esclavo,
Claro.
right? So it's easy. Why? Because your son already saw that you were an employee before.
Claro.
You got me? He saw that everybody's around. When they need money, they say, I need a job. When they need extra money, oh, no, let me do some extra hours at my work. Oh, no, let me get a second job. Let me do, odd work. That's not how money is attracted. What John D. Rockefeller once said, he who works all day has no time to make money. You got me? So at the end of the day, your son will never be free or he will never achieve greatness unless he becomes a business owner, unless he puts himself in a position where he could think for himself. You got me? Create value at the highest level, right?
No, es cierto.
Because it's not how he starts, it's how he finishes. He could have started with an employee mindset. But now with this new mindset that you're, embedding into him and into your daughter's already 18.
Claro.
Why don't she have a business?
Para que vean.
I said in an episode podcast, one of the podcasts, forgot what day,
Sí.
I said, I'm willing to invest into your daughter.
Sí, yo recuerdo.
So why are we haven't took action?
Tenemos que ponerlo la pila.
Huh? You see, most people, they will never make it. Dreams don't work unless you work. People perish because of lack of vision. People perish because of lack of knowledge. Bible says it. We need to be obsessively preoccupied with the needs and desires of God's other children. When your kids understand that if you help enough people get what they want, eventually they're going to get what they want. That's when your kids' life and your life is going to change.
Es así. Mira, cuando tú me dices, sabe que tus hijos van a ver tus acciones, no lo que tú dices.
Yes.
Estoy en un punto ahora mismo, hasta viendo que tengo X conocimiento en cómo la persona tiene que invertir en ello mismo, no te lo voy a negar, se me está haciendo un poquito difícil, porque voy a poner la palabra difícil, al yo programar a mis hijos a que adquieran esa mentalidad.
Simple. I'll tell you why you want to have worries. Stop worrying. Lead by example. Program yourself. The minute you lead by example as a mom or as a father, your kids are never going to basically hear what you're telling them. They're going to see what you're basically doing yourself. Stop telling people what to do. Instead of changing people, change yourself. Change your inner world. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. Your kids are going to basically respect you how you respect yourself.
No,
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Claro.
Now you have another mindset. Now start simple. Keep pouring into that mindset. Keep developing yourself. Keep basically nourishing your mindset. Keep becoming the best version you could become overall as a human, as a businesswoman. You got me? That's going to follow as a mom.
Es cierto, todo,
Make sense?
todo se va a conectar.
But you saw the video, Patrick Bet David, what he said about that he interviewed a guy that his job is simple. His job is to basically help people that have $100 million worth of net worth have generational wealth. So they could keep their generational wealth like the Rockefellers, like the
familia.
Vanderbilts, right? Simple. You see, I'm in a mission to create a legacy and build an empire. I'm in a mission to build an empire and create a legacy, if it makes sense.
Okay. En cuestión de
Right?
crear
Because my goal is
personas.
generational wealth. I want my kids. I'm not working for my kids. I don't my wealth is not for myself. It's not for my kids. It's for my kids, kids,
Las
kids,
generaciones.
the generations. You get me?
No, es cierto. Y al tú ya desglosar eso, tú sabes que cada persona que está en esa etapa siempre quiere como dejar un legado y que esos hijos de tus hijos, de los hijos, vayan viendo el legado. Ese sí, como ese señor, nunca lo conocí, pero ese señor dejó un legado a su hijo. Entonces yo sé que muchas personas lo van a recordar porque él tuvo negocio. Tú sabes, fue una persona que la persona hablaron de él. Y eso es en realidad lo que tú al mismo tiempo quieres hacer. No es tanto lo que el dinero puede hacer, sino el impacto que tú puedes hacer a la persona, la mentalidad que tú le vas a cambiar a la persona. Y eso te llena más que tú darle un plato de comida o darle dinero. Porque si tú le enseñas a ellos cómo pescar, es lo más seguro que ellos van a tener comida para comer siempre. Pero si tú le enseñas nada más a pescar una sola vez, lógico que van a comer una sola vez y van a querer. Tú sabes, van a
Give
tener
a
que
man a
buscar.
fish, you feed him once. You teach them how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime.
Claro.
And my goal as a leader is to create leaders that create leaders. Not people that just basically was in it for them. Not, it's what's in it for the world and, for the generations that follow, if it makes sense. So today's episode, we're still talking about it's not how we start, it's how we finish. It's not how we start, it's how we finish. That could get applied to everything you do. I was trying to basically find that story, to give a little more detail on that developer, the guy from Miami, that he had an empire. Who is Sergio Pino? Pino has a building empire in Miami-Dade, much of it under the auspices of Century Home Builders Group, whose website says is the largest Hispanic-owned home builder in the nation. He has served as president of the politically powerful Latin Builders Association. But to make a long story short, he killed himself. But one thing led to another. The first time I heard about that guy was basically when he was losing, or he lost his wealth.
Okay.
You get me? He lost his wealth, like
Sí,
literally
so
like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah,
if
yo
it
creo
makes
que me
sense.
recuerdo.
But now, he killed himself today. They found him dead today.
Wow.
If it makes sense. So, also that he poisoned himself because, you know, his wife wanted to divorce him. But that's the thing. World, how can I explain this? There's people going through a lot of things in this world.
Claro.
You got me? Especially guys, males, right? Even female, right?
También.
And there's people that have lost their wealth, or have lost money, or have lost this, have lost that. One thing I'm gonna tell the world and tell people is literally, you haven't lost anything. The minute you lose is when you lose your connection to God, to the Creator. See, that guy that killed himself is because the devil got him.
Claro.
He lost connection to the Creator. Because he could have lost his wealth financially, the money part.
Él la creó.
But as long as he doesn't lose the spiritual wealth, right? His connection to God, his connection with his own spirit, his mind. Because the thing is, you can lose everything, but as long as you don't lose your knowledge, you still got it, right?
Claro.
You lost that woman, no problem. Get another woman. Especially a guy at that level. Work your physical. It's never too late, right? Age is only a number. He lost his emotions.
Eso sí.
So now you understand why I tell people, estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento.
sentimiento.
Because the thing is, life, you live and you learn. And when you understand that you live and you learn, you're going to understand that business or any game you play, sports or anything in life, or the game of, you know, having a significant other,
Claro.
you could be winning with a significant other today, and tomorrow is over. You could be winning in business, and your whole company went down the drain. Look at this guy. Damn, what's his name? That he does a lot of videos with a lot of women.
Que él tenía dinero, pero en realidad era más por negocio.
Yeah, because of
No
the
me
stocks.
recuerdo el nombre, pero en realidad sí.
Damn, I forgot his name. Jandy, what was his name? I forgot his name. When I remember, I'll
Sí,
tell
pero
you
más
guys.
o menos yo sé de quién habla.
Yeah,
Sí.
it's the guy that he does a lot of videos, used to do a lot of video, you know, traveling with a lot of women, his private plane, you get me? He took his company, you know, public, if it makes sense. He lost one person from his team, and that person tried to sue them, and something happened, and he pretty much lost everything.
Wow.
Look at Diddy with his ex-significant other. Your enemies are closer to you than what you think, guys.
Es cierto.
Today I was actually telling some of the people, your enemies are starting with yourself. See, that guy, he didn't know that his only enemy was himself.
Pero
He thought his wife was, you know, divorcing him. He divorced himself. His wife didn't divorce him, because now his wife is alive. She's for sure going to get another man.
Claro.
His wealth now,
It's
the
gonna-
little that he had is going to stay with his wife.
Yep.
So he lost his life. God is for sure is not going to be happy with him.
No.
He did so many good things, developed probably so many properties, did so many great things. So many people probably were grateful to have him in his life. And look, notice certain things are not in your hand. So when you understand that in life, you got to be proactive, not reactive. Look in 2008 when the real estate crashed. If you or when stocks or anything, you know, happens, when people were throwing themselves of
Claro.
you know what I mean? When the stock has changed, this and this, that.
Que
So,
ven-
right? How
Claro.
many people, guys, killed themselves? You got me?
Y que una pregunta, Carlos, ya que estamos hablando de eso de las emociones, ¿qué pasa que el hombre siempre que se suicida? Porque si las mujeres somos más emocionales, no es que en eso
You know
no
what's
se
the
ve.
thing? Women understand. There's guys that they think that there's no, that you cannot get a next one.
Opportunity.
Like, yeah, they're in lack. He
Okay.
could understand poverty to me. You could be financially with money.
Claro.
But money doesn't determine that you're wealthy.
Es
See, a
cierto.
lot of people measure wealth by the monetary, the financial gains. Wealth is not measured in financial gains. Wealth has a lot of different areas. Wealth is measured in time. Wealth is measured in peace of mind. Wealth is measured in family, loved ones. You get me? People that really appreciate you and love you how you are. You get me? There's a lot of people that they think that they're wealthy because they have a lot of people around. But what they don't know is that those people are around you because of the material possessions or the things that you could benefit them.
Claro,
You get
eso
me?
sí.
See, I don't want people to be around me for what I have or for what I could do for them. I always test people.
Eso
I'm
sí.
always testing other people around me. You get me? Because I understood at a young age that most people are with people for the things that they have. And the last thing I want people is to be around me for the things I have. You get me? That's why people never know when I'm winning. Same thing, people never know when I'm losing. I could be losing right now, you would never know.
Claro.
Same thing, I could be winning and you would never know I'm winning.
Eso
You
sí.
get me?
No, es la
I don't
verdad.
measure my wealth by money. I'm always be eating good. I'm always be dressed to impress. You see me fresh cut. Siempre fresh, nunca stress. You get me? Thanks God, I'm always impacting. That's what fulfills me. I'm always bringing value to the world. Because it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I could lose everything right now, and I could get it right back instantly. I haven't lost anything. If you have health, if you have God, if you have your knowledge, if you have friends, people that love you, if you have strangers, there's 8 billion people. You lost one woman? Simple, there's 8 billion people.
Yo diría que ese título que tiene Patka, que no es como tú comienzas, sino como tú terminas, eso es algo que la persona tiene que visualizar, porque todo lo que tú comienzas siempre quiere terminarlo bien. Es decir, si tú comienzas un proyecto, lógico que va a venir desafío, va a venir muchas cosas en el camino, pero la perseverancia, la consistencia en que tú veas que tú sí lo puedes lograr, que tú no vas a derrotarte por X cosas que pasan en la vida, tú te mantienes competente. Entonces, esa es la clave del éxito, en la persona siempre perseverar y tener consistencia hacia lo que quiere lograr. No sé si me entiende. Es decir, que la persona siempre tener una mente positiva, siempre ver más allá de lo que puede lograr y no quedarse como muchas personas. Mira cómo es ese hombre que se suicidó.
I'm gonna tell you why people quit in business or in life. Lack of fulfillment. When individuals do not find meaning or satisfaction of their work or activities.
Sí.
2, poor management. Inaccurate leadership and poor management practices can demotivate and frustrate employees or people in general. 3, better opportunities. The prospect of a better job, career advancement, or higher salary elsewhere. See, they're not loyal to whatever they're doing. Work-life balance. The need for a better balance between professional responsibilities and professional life. 5, toxic work environment. Negative workplace culture, harassment, or lack of support can drive people away. Health reasons. Number 6, physical or mental health issues that make it difficult to continue in a particular role. 7, lack of growth, absence of opportunities for professional development and career progression. 8, misalignment of values, when professional values do not align with the company or role. Number 9, burnout, chronic stress and workout leading to exhaustion and decreased performance. 10, lack of recognition, feeling undervalued or underappreciated for their contributions. It's crazy how the health reasons caught my attention. Today, I don't like watching the news, but if you start watching the news, there's so many negativity in the world. In New York, a guy, 22-year-old, killed his mother, 44-year-old.
No.
Yes. He killed her. He stabbed her in the park and then threw her of a thing. Mental health issue. What do we teach people around? Tener control de la mente. Right? Espiritualmente, mentalmente, físicamente, emocionalmente, financieramente. When you have control of your mind, I bet you anything, that guy Pino, that developer, if he would have had control of his mind or would have had us around him, he wouldn't killed himself. Because I would have gave him a billion reasons why, so he could count his blessings.
Es cierto.
He was counting his problems.
Wow.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Se enfocó.
When you count your blessings, and forget your problems and focus on your solutions, that's when your whole life will change.
Sí, porque en esa parte tienes razón. Porque me voy a poner a mí, por ejemplo, muchas veces yo te puedo comentar algo de mí y tú me dices, mal agradecida, ¿cómo tú no vas a estar agradecida? Tú tienes un nuevo día, ¿sabes? Que me hace concientizarme y reconocer que en realidad nosotros tenemos más de lo que nosotros pensamos. Y eso como que yo digo, oh my God, mi
When you're
mentalidad
around
cambia.
a leader like myself, tough-minded leadership, you understand that I'm here helping you build your character.
Claro.
When you build your character as a business person or as a player, if LeBron wouldn't build his character, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, he'll let the fans break his character. Break facts?
Claro.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, the best, what separates the best from the rest is the mindset. And the word mindset has the word mind, mente. Your mind has to be set, but it has to be open.
No, eso
You
sí.
understand? You gotta have it set for growth.
Claro, es cierto. Mira, cuando tú dijiste que no te gustan las noticias, cuando tú estás en el medio de comunicación, es decir, sea cualquier tema que tú quieras traer al mundo, muchas veces una persona que tenga control de la mente, yo no lo vería como que es mal uno nutrirse con noticias, pero tú ponerle una expectativa donde tú le puedes traer claridad, donde tú le puedes traer una verdad que en realidad la persona puede tener una expectativa diferente. Es decir, tú viste esa noticia de ese señor que se suicidó o que lo que pasó. Eso muchas veces es bueno ver esa noticia porque tú puedes dar tu expectativa de cómo tú hubieras podido ayudar a ese señor o otra persona que está pensando hacer lo mismo. No sé si me entiende, es decir, que esas cosas sí ayudan también. Todo está en cómo tú la consumas, en cómo tú la puedes distribuir al mundo. Entonces, yo te voy a decir, yo era una que consumía mucho en Instagram, en diferentes plataformas, pero al estar en mi crecimiento personal, yo también dije, yo no voy a ser consumidora, yo voy a ser creadora. Pero también he visto en X momentos que hay cosas que también me han ayudado a crecer, pero o sea, ya por la mentalidad que yo he adquirido. No lo veo como si quiero irme como a consumir, sino qué claridad le puedo yo traer a otra persona de la expectativa que yo puedo ver de ese problema de esa persona.
People are going to talk regardless. Look at Bronny James. People are here, they're valuing him and discrediting him. When I see a kid that simply wants to follow his father's footprint, but he loves the sport too, because I'm pretty sure if he wouldn't love basketball, he wouldn't even accept the offer to be in the NBA. You get me? White people mad that they gave him a chance. Don't be mad, be glad. Be thankful and grateful that, you know, you could see a brother win.
Claro.
And if his father's winning and now the son is part of the, you know, the winning crew, let them win. Be thankful, be grateful. You know, a round of applause for, you know, somebody else winning. But you see, that's people's issue. That's why I tell people, build your character. Because when you build your character, you know, and you don't care about your reputation. Right now, people are labeling his reputation based on his father's reputation. You got me? Nah, he got to literally mark his territory now. He got a chance. If I was him and they tell me, hey, you're only going to have 2-3 minutes, I will swear to God on my life that you give me 2-3 minutes, I will not prove it to the world. I'll prove it to myself. I'll literally ball hog the ball. I'll be selfish. I'll literally, in those 2-3 minutes, they'll be like, yo, what? Carlos took like 10, 20 shots. But I bet you anything, out of those 10, 20 shots I take, I'm going to make 70, 80%, 90% of those shots. Because you miss 100% shots you don't take. What you lack in skills, you make it up in numbers. How can you develop a player that is not basically getting time to develop himself? How can you develop a player that is not even getting the chance to take the shots? You miss 100% shots you don't take. So as a player, you need to take your shots. In another word, in business, you got to risk. In business, if you're the player, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. The more business you try, the more business you fail, the more risk you take, the higher the chance you're gonna have to succeed. Fail forward, guys. I promise you that failing is not bad. You have to embrace fail forward. Fail forward. Don't be afraid to fail. Society teaches you and tells you not to fail. They make it seem like losing is bad. No, you lose a girl, no problem. Si tú no me quieres, me quiere la otra. Si tú no me ama la otra. You lose a girl, no problem, you got another one. A woman, you lose a man, no problem, you got another guy. You lost a business? No problem, you get another business. I've done so many fucking businesses in my life. It's not even funny. And to this day, I'm still standing with my head high winning. Oh, I'm not winning? Okay. What's the definition of winning? What's the definition of failure? Call me a successful failure then. Whatever you want to label me. If I'm not winning, I don't know what winning means. I don't really, in reality, if you think I'm not winning, I got a roof over my head, I'm breathing. If I'm hungry, you wouldn't cook for me?
Claro que sí.
If I'm hungry, you don't think I have a billion other people that will cook for me?
Claro que sí.
I have mad people that love me. Because I know they love me. You know why? Because I genuinely have shown them love. And people that love you will tell you the truth. People that do not love you, they'll let you be mediocre, be miserable. You get me?
Claro.
They will not tell you that there's still hope, that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Es cierto.
It's not over till we win.
Mira, Carlos, los fracasos yo diría que lo pueden ver como un camino hacia tú lograr algo más grande. Muchas personas se enfocan, Dios mío, me fue mal en este negocio que emprendí. Pero cuando tú tienes una mentalidad positiva, tú dices, no, pero algo Dios me podía mostrar a mí, que ese no era lo que yo tenía que hacer. Yo iba a hacer algo más grande.
You see this book here, Think and Grow Rich? Literally, Think and Grow Rich. If you read the book, you're going to notice how many times Napoleon Hill tried something. Mm-hmm. I swear to you, Napoleon Hill tried doing so many things. Look, I'm going to say it right now. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill went through many ups and downs in his career. He went through a lot of failures. Every time his business was going to take off, something happened. Every time it was going to take off, something happened. Can you explain to me the things that Napoleon Hill had to basically overcome? And also, when Andrew Carnegie hired him, pretty much told him to interview, his contacts, his network, he didn't pay him. Andrew Carnegie didn't pay Napoleon Hill so he could basically do, the success formula. Can you tell me exactly all the failures that Napoleon Hill had to go through to get to the level he got? Yo, artificial intelligence is only as smart as the person using it. Computers are as smart as the person using them. I'm a G. At the end of the day, you want to know what makes me different from everybody else? Mm-hmm. I'm like a Henry Ford. I'm like John D. Rockefeller. I'm like...
Tú cogiste una porción de todito ello, ¿verdad?
No, the thing is, I'm the king of common sense. Pound to pound, I go pound to pound with people when it comes to common sense. That's why I don't argue. But if you want to argue with me, try it out.
Va a encontrar, ¿verdad?
Listen to this.
Napoleon Hill, renowned for his influential book, Think and Grow Rich, encountered numerous challenges and setbacks throughout his career. Here are some key difficulties and failures he faced. 1. Early financial struggles. Hill faced financial difficulties from a young age. After his mother died and his father remarried, he struggled with his stepmother, leading to a turbulent family life. 2. Failed businesses. Hill's early entrepreneurial endeavors were marked by failures. He started several businesses that did not succeed, which led to periods of financial instability and debt. 3. Legal troubles. Hill encountered legal issues and was accused of engaging in fraudulent activities. At one point, he was even convicted of mail fraud, which tarnished his reputation. 4. Unsuccessful publishing ventures. Hill ventured into publishing, but his initial attempts were not successful. He published a magazine that failed, contributing to his financial woes. Number 5. The Great Depression. The economic turmoil of the Great Depression impacted Hill's financial situation and hindered his ability to make a steady income. 6. Personal losses. Hill faced personal losses, including the death of his son, which added to his emotional and psychological struggles. Despite these challenges, Hill persevered. When Andrew Carnegie invited Hill to interview successful individuals, it was a turning point. However, Carnegie did not offer Hill financial compensation for this task. Instead, he provided Hill with introductions to his vast network of successful individuals, including business leaders, inventors, and philanthropists. Carnegie believed that Hill would benefit more from the knowledge and connections than from immediate monetary compensation. Hill spent 20 years conducting these interviews, which involved 1. Interviews with successful individuals. Hill interviewed over 500 successful people, including Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and Alexander Graham Bell. This extensive research formed the basis of his success principles. 2. Developing the philosophy of success. Through his interviews, Hill developed a philosophy of success, which emphasized the power of positive thinking, goal setting, persistence, and the mastermind principle, the idea that collective intelligence leads to greater success. 3. Writing and publishing. Hill compiled his findings and published several books, with Napoleon Hill, renowned for his influential book, Think and Grow Rich, encountered numerous challenges and setbacks throughout his career. Here are some key difficulties and failures he faced. 1. Early financial struggles. Hill faced financial difficulties from a young age.
In another word, one of the best-selling books, Think and Grow Rich, literally, the author, Napoleon Hill, and Andrew Carnegie, it says the story of everybody. Also, it's just crazy how so many people like him have failed and then didn't give up.
They didn't give up. Yep. Pasó por
Every
mucho.
successful person that you see, low key, behind closed doors,
Tuvo que
is
pasar.
taking losses too.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Guess what, Vanessa?
Sí, dímelo.
What's a loss? You haven't lost your life. You haven't lost your health. I could lose money, but as long as you don't lose time, your soul, yourself, your knowledge, you got me?
Claro.
Remember, time is not money for me. Same way, I could be right now making zero. Same way I could make right now $100 million. Right now, I'm a billionaire. My mindset is in the billions. You know why I know I'm a billionaire? Huh?
¿Por qué?
Because first you become a billionaire or a millionaire in the mind. Making $1 million is fucking easy. Because I learned how to do what's hard. What's hard for you is easy for me. What's easy for you is hard for me. You see, you're not going to catch me doing easy stuff. Like, settling for a job, settling for security. You got me? Doing monkey see, monkey do. You got me? The hardest thing that a man or a woman could do is to control his own mind. If you literally could control your mind, tu mente, spiritual, you connect deeply with God. Because those ideas, those visions, they come from the Creator, from God.
Claro.
You make yourself a plan, right? You take care of your body, your temple, physical. This was the mental, physical, mental. Spiritual, mental, physical. Emotions, estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento. Guys, your EQ, you got to exercise your EQ, guys. World, it's not over till we win, but the thing is, if you get emotional, you got me start worrying, you start panicking, you start stressing out, you start getting anxious, you start getting depressed. You see, when something happens, you got to be around positive mental attitude type of individuals. You got to surround yourself around greatness, people with good energy. If your wife leaving you, your man leaving you, simple. Si tú no me quieres, me quiere la otra. Hey Siri, play Anthony Santos. Si tú no me quieres, me quiere la otra.
No se quiso poner.
No se quiso poner. Pero making a long story short, to wrap this up, please subscribe.
Claro.
I'm not going to say please, but I'm a very respectful person to myself. And if somebody asks me, I would love the word please. Nah, just kidding. You see, I don't go into my emotions. If people be like, subscribe, I would even say, why this person didn't say please? See, a lot of people, they start issues over little things.
Claro.
You got me? Maybe the person forgot. Well, hey, guys, subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. I hope you like the content. If you don't like it, don't share it.
Eso sí.
If you want to share it, share it. If you want to dislike it, click the dislike. If you want to like it, like it. I don't do this for the view, but I bet you anything that the value that I'm bringing to the world, the impact is one of a kind. I go pound to pound with anybody in any podcast to talk about any topic in the world, personal or business. You get me? Because if there's one thing I know nothing.
Es así.
I'm a man that I don't know nothing, but guess what? I'm connected to infinite intelligence, connected to God, right?
Claro.
So since I'm connected to infinite intelligence, God, aka the sixth sense.
¿Cuál es
Guess
el-
what, Vanessa?
Sí.
Since I operate through the sixth sense, God gives me the wisdom. Ooh, just like King Solomon, God has given me wisdom. I've been a healthy man all my life, thanks to God.
Qué bueno.
I've been driven, guided, mentored by the best creator on this earth, which is God. May God keep blessing everybody. Love you guys, everybody.
Gracias,
Thank you for
Carlos,
watching.
por
Es
tenerme
mentira.
en tu canal.
Es mentira.